Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms, ready to be covered in scars, 'cause I will always be a warrior. Late nights, get lost, hard work, don't have time to waste, not now. Need to find a way to get out, 'cause I'm gone in deep. Get lost in the weeds. You know it's all about the conquest. What's next? You gotta put the work in like you're obsessed. Think about what you want, what's your future? What kind of person would it take to seduce her? So what's next? Be obsessed with winning and your success. Make progress, this life is never promised. So feel blessed, live life, don't be too cautious. Trust the process. Be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms, ready to be covered in scars, 'cause I will always be a warrior.
Smile, I met my smile.
Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Yeah, I'ma stand up, take control tonight. Spent too much time on the plan, it's right. It's time to execute now on your dream in life. Gotta fail fast, learn, try again and fight, alright. Pull the trigger, 6, 7 figures. Making that money from the drive that's in ya. Gold digger, making money quicker. Pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay tough, how you get back up. You put the work in and it comes back. Multiply, stack, execute and you can take that. What you want bad, it's the truth, I'm the change that you can make fact. Yeah, I've done it, it ain't luck, I can teach you. Stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. You could get it all in some time. Make your dreams come to life. We ain't thinking small, thinking light. We just want it all in our sights. Move quicker, see the big picture. You could be selfish or you could be a giver. Go wizard, problem solve fixer. We ain't giving up till it's all delivered, Don't stop at the top, we gon' make it alright. No loss, just hard working and some long nights. Get lost, we dive deeper, disciplined life. The cost of sweat, time, yeah, worthy price. I don't care what they all say, no way. Negativity, any hate, I got no space. We gon' put our hands up to the sky. Appreciate our lives and we fight till we die. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all till it's out. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Action on our dreams and fight, alright.
हेलो हेलो वेलकम गाइस वेलकम बैक स्वागत है आप सबका वापस एक और नए लाइव स्ट्रीम पे नॉर्थ ईस्ट प्रो सीरीज इज ऑन एंड यस क्वालिफायर्स के मैचेस चालू होते हुए आज चार मैचेस रहेंगे क्वालिफायर्स के सो we'll be starting with the first match that will be in the map of Virangal in a while. So if we move on to see which are the teams that have joined with us today, who officials, KHOYUM official, got defense, and KS7 official, CHAKPA WG, Vane Esports, PLB Esports, LYCAN Esports, VNOM Scars, then SHINYEN Esports. Moving on to next generation, the second lineup of VNOM as well. SHINYEN, yeah, Dream Team Esports, NEXUS, Team CTK, then TEC, Stray Gods, Meitei Nongsha, and then got official. So these are all the teams that will be participating in the first match. वेलकम टू एवरीवन जो भी हमारे साथ स्ट्रीम पे जुड़े हुए हैं कब स्टार्ट होगा स्टार्ट इन अ वाइल नॉट श्योर व्हाई द डिले इज आई एम नॉट द रूम ओनर सो वो फिर मेरी आवाज़ सही से आ रही हो ओके Okay, welcome back once again, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining. Who is in the stream. And thank you for watching. You are here with us for the first match of Northeast Pro Series Manipur region qualifiers, and the first match will be in the map of Wrangell, flight path forming from hospital towards Kamishki. Quite a northwestern oriented flight path, I would say. Even so, covering few of the major drop locations. I mean, Georgopol probably the biggest drop location amongst all the other ones. Then subsequently moving on towards Severny, Rozog, also Yasnaya as well. So might also say that School and Pochinki is also in the way. So you can see a lot of fights, maybe a lot of teams going towards these drop locations. Some other teams might also eye to go towards the southern islands, that is the military base, Novorepnoe. So if some team actually wants to go there, they will have to actually find a vehicle and then क्या कमेंट कर रहे हो भाई यूनाम रॉबिन्सन बहुत ज़्यादा नॉटी हो रहे हो आप एनीवे towards 70 we can see a drop clash if you can say it, but meanwhile there's a team that's already started the fight towards hospital. Yes, it's team cop, I think. VNOM esports. Yeah, revival has been initiated by Levino, but towards their opponents are team Vane. Two players have been eliminated, have been thirsted. Not sure, I think that there was a split of some sort where two players got stuck over there towards hospital, and when an entire squad is actually against you, it is not easy for two players to have a 2v4 scenario. Definitely not an ideal scenario for them. Meanwhile, towards Quarry also we have a fight. Stray Ghost with that knock. In fact, there are multiple teams right here. Team Stray Gods battling it out against multiple squads. In front of them are BLB Esports. Behind them, there's another squad as well. So they have to be very careful right here. And Ghost was probably hoping that no one would see him, but no, was already spotted, getting taken down as well. So only two players surviving as of right now for Stray Gods. Not an ideal scenario for them. Right after getting down, they have two casualties to face. Meanwhile, CWG, it's their time. They have spotted Leo with that knock. Stray Gods. They have the lone player surviving, that is Slash. And in front of him, there's a 1v4. Spotting new players. Getting that knock, but in front of him, there's Leo. Finishing proceedings. And that is it for Stray Gods. Hello guys, welcome to the stream, whoever's joined with us. Yumnam, Robinson, Langkamba Singh, Victoria, yeah, also CC Esports Leader. Thank you for joining. Please do like this stream if you haven't already. Also, if you're new to this channel, subscribe as well. Just a moment. Yeah, I thought I got a sneeze right there, but no, it wasn't a sneeze. Okay, moving towards 70, where we have Team VNOM and KHOYUM Esports that have indulged themselves in a particular drop clash. But VNOM, they have themselves positioned such that they can get some flank angles against KHOYUM Esports. I'm not sure KHOYUM, do they have an idea that there's a split that's happening against them? Probably yes, they do have an idea. First blood hasn't drawn yet in this particular area. And VNOM most probably are not interested in a fight. Okay, two players have moved towards the backside, but not sure how this fight will proceed. Probably none of the teams are interested to initiate a fight. Anyways, we have the first circle that's moving towards the northeastern side. In fact, you can say slightly towards the eastern side as well. Prison, mansion, these are the two major areas in the middle areas of the circle. And that means there are a lot of teams that have to initiate early rotations. But you see there's one squad towards the southern side that have absolutely no contentions while going towards the circle. That is WH. It's Team WH definitely. Who officials? They have absolutely no problems whatsoever. Meanwhile, VNOM, as I said, they were actually aiming for that fallback and they have achieved that as well. So, I mean, they want to get into the circle as early as possible. And that is why they've initiated their rotations. And yeah, they got a few vehicles, picking their other teammates in the process as well. It's nice to see some teams, you know, focusing more on rotations earlier rather than fighting it out and then few of your players get eliminated. And also some strategies where they're trying to make it difficult for their opponents. Let us see how that goes. Hi bro, आप कहाँ से हो? मैं कर्नाटका से हूँ. आप कहाँ से हो? Okay, towards Katka we can see few teams converging towards each other. Might be a top clash of any sort. Ho ho ho. Right here, VNOM Esports, second lineup. In fact, wait a second, this was the same VNOM Esports. They had a +2 split, amongst which one split has actually pushed towards Team DT. Two players getting knocked out. And that is it for VNOM Esports. They have been eliminated by Team DT. That was quite fast. But there's another team right here that want to have a third party into their favor against Team DT. Let us see how Dream Team Esports, how they can actually face this particular scenario. Got defense wanting to push towards this particular compound, but I think most probably they will go against that. They probably tried to do it in the beginning, but then since they didn't get any knocks, they most likely didn't want to actually push. But there's one person that has been left behind. Yes, Zaksta Shauba slightly falling apart, but anyways, I mean, they'll have an ample amount of time to actually regroup and then move towards the circle. But okay, I thought that was the VNOM from Severny. No, this was a VNOM from Georgopol. Not sure why a sudden decision was taken by VNOM to actually push towards that compound, but there were multiple teams right there, and in fact probably got third partied as well. There were a lot of shots being fired from behind, and absolutely no chance did Team VNOM. Are you Manipuri? No, I'm not Manipuri. Okay, KS7 still battling it outside the circle. Not sure this is a wise decision from both these teams. When Team LYCAN has a chance, they can actually go out, but they're most probably aiming for more finish points. They have one, still want more, I guess, but you can see the damage that's already being dealt with this particular zone. I mean, the next zones most probably will increase and will never reduce it. But dang, Thor getting knocked out. Things might just seem a bit difficult from now on. for LYCAN Esports. If there is a push, in fact, from KS7, but Criminal trying to push from the open areas, and a mistake in the process, getting eliminated as well. LYCAN Gaming with the nice cover fire. They have been reduced down to 2 players, have KS7 officials. Wait and see how they actually get this 2v4 to their name. Saitama getting eliminated, Vayne in grave danger as well. LYCAN Omar has been knocked out, so this revival has to be initiated yet. Quite far away. Okay, LYCAN Gaming. But Halwa Zeus getting knocked out. Things are not looking nice for KS7 officials right here. Saitama is the lone person surviving. And in front of him, it's a 1v4. Most probably, Team LYCAN will actually wait for that revival and then they will push together with all the 4 players. And yes, Saitama with an S12K trying to get that 1v4 to his name, but it's not going to be enough. Team LYCAN with the squad vibe and nice teamwork right here. All the 4 players getting a single finish point. And I guess they will get into the circle as well. And that's how you have to take a fight. I mean, if you're outside the circle, either you have to fall back and get into the circle, or you have to take a chance and then, you know, wipe that particular squad. This time, Team LYCAN were lucky enough that none of the players got eliminated. Most of the time, you know, when you stay outside the circle, it is possible that you might lose a player or 2, but not this time. Meanwhile, who officials? One of the players getting eliminated outside the circle. Probably was offline, I guess. Anyways, KHOYUM ESPORTS towards the shore, taking a fight against Team TEC. And there's a player that is pinned down right here. Maika has some difficulties to face right here. Trudging towards the water. Many esports as well, battling it out against Team Who officials, and yes, in fact they have actually got a knock and got a finish point as well. Another player getting knocked out. Preetham is a low man surviving, and things are not looking good for them. S12K 1v1. That was supposed to be a knock right there. So probably wouldn't get a better chance than that to get his team back on track. But this will just make it more difficult for Team MNX. And with that Molly, 2 officials confirming the squad vibe, and I think that's a 1v4 by that Hoy. Right, a nice 1v4. Okay, who do you think, guys? Who do you think will be the winner of this match? Please do comment and let us know. Meanwhile, KHOYUM Esports fighting it again. And one of the players actually fell down and fell down from the ridge and got knocked. I think, yes, that was Stone. You always are in a risk when you take fights towards the shore, where a small movement might actually bring you down as well. And yes, you have VNOM that are waiting. I think probably ROG has seen them, or not sure, but actually KHOYUM Esports have had to fall back because the zone has moved towards the southern side, and VNOM, they're thinking that there might be players still surviving here, but no, none of the players are surviving here. And KHOYUM, Stone, I don't think will give this particular finish point to anyone. Yes, that point is going to the zone. Senior Villa getting knocked out. Kyoba getting that knock, but the next circle has moved towards Melta Power, then towards the southern side of prison. So it'll be quite interesting to see who will be actually having that zone advantage. But DT Bless probably will get knocked outside the circle, and Just Kill also getting taken down. Suddenly, DT, the dream team, they have been wiped out. Not sure how that happened, but yeah, just a nice quite nice angles created by team God Defense. I mean, two players were actually towards the front and a few other players towards the backside, and DT had absolutely no chance after three of the players got knocked out. Definitely not an ideal scenario, but only three finishes right here for team God Defense. So not sure. Okay, yes, the fourth player actually got knocked out outside the circle, right? So yeah, unfortunate for Dream Team. Their dream ends right here. Let us see what they do in the next match. Meanwhile, going to Team TEC, CTK, sorry. So got 2 finish points right here. I think these were probably, not sure which team that was, but they added their tally of 2 finish points. Meanwhile, all the teams rotating towards the inner side of the circle, but there's one team that is slightly caught up right here outside the circle. That is Team Who officials. Firium getting knocked out and probably will get finished off as well. But who that toy? Okay. I don't think BLB Esports expected that there would be some firing behind them, and expect the unexpected, because now both these teams have only 2 players surviving as of right now. So it'll be quite interesting to see how they actually approach this game from now on, because they cannot take the head-on fights. Will have to aim for third parties. Only then they probably can do something. Otherwise it'll be a difficult task for them. But I don't think they care about it. They're just taking for the best position in the house, and definitely the factory. It's a good one. Next Smokin also getting eliminated, but BLB, the zone has some other plans for them. Now they have to rotate towards the northern side of the circle. Meanwhile, CTK, they have pushed against God. Not going to be an easy task for them. Pre-fire all over the place. Some throwables being used as well. Got Spidey with that molly. I think he would have definitely dealt some damage, but Kill Me getting knocked out. CTA, they have brought their entire cavalry with them. And God officials, they are in a rough tough spot right here. Only 2 players surviving. God Spidey getting taken down as well. Brian is the low man surviving. And using some 100 IQ has got Brian. Let us see until what time will he survive, but there's a third party right here. Got defense with the third party against Team CTK. They've knocked a player, getting that rush as well. Another player gets taken down, and there's a lone player surviving now with Next Life. And I think his position is exposed as well, but VMC Mommy getting knocked out. And all of a sudden, got defense slightly in a rough tough spot. 2 players have been, one player has been eliminated. There's a player that's still down. Not an ideal scenario at all, but even so, they're inside the circle. They're inside a compound, and probably the only compound in fact. There are 2 compounds, out of which the one compound they are inside the circle, but not going to be easy. Let us wait and see how God Defense actually deals with this particular scenario. Lot of nades being poured down by Team CTK. There's the solo player from God Official as well, and he's also trying his level best to get some knocks, but in vain, unfortunately. Meanwhile, some other teams getting fights as well. New players has been eliminated. CWG, back to back, 2 players getting knocked out. And out of that, 1 player has been eliminated as well. VNOM with the rush. CWG. Oh, S12K showing its might, but not to be for the other player. CWG Leo is a low man surviving right now, and low on HP. It's going to be an uphill task. Survive right here. Yeah, that is it for Team CWG. VNOM making sure they get all the finish points. At total of 15. 5 finish points, in fact. Got X Brian. Even though he's a solo player, he's actually got 2 finishes right here. And the last 1v1, which cannot be executed. In fact, it was a 1v2. I think he got a finish point, but after that, there were 2 players surviving. So, things getting even more difficult now for Team God Defense. They had 3 players, now they've been reduced down to only 2. Welcome guys, this will be lightning के like कर देना stream को. We'll be right back. Some technical issues like always. This game will never let us live properly. Okay, a total of 9 teams still surviving, 21 players, a circle having a small turn, and there's still a lot of water inside the circle. The amount of water is quite a lot for the circle being this small, but with zones or a lot of end circles that form towards these areas, and usually it gets formed towards the shore in such scenarios. But it will be interesting to see in this particular match what will be the end circle like. But meanwhile, Divine getting knocked out. LYCAN ESPORTS also engaging themselves in a fight. X2B has been knocked out, but they still have 4 players surviving to LYCAN ESPORTS, with slightly in a rough tough spot. Another plane getting taken down. Omar has been eliminated. That's the 3rd player. I don't see the 3rd player. Okay, he's there, but he's quite far away. And in fact, they have to get into the circle through the open areas. Dang Thor getting taken down as well. So, Team LYCAN ESPORTS, they have a big headache right in front of them, which is not that easy to deal with. Meanwhile, NEXUS pushing against a team. In fact, they've eliminated who officials? Right, that is it for who officials. Now a total of 7 teams surviving. And all of a sudden, you've seen a big swing of events where a total of around 10 players have been eliminated. And still a lot of solo players I still can see. VNOM ESPORTS, they have 3 players. And in fact, they have the entire circle in their control too. You see the next circle that has been formed. It has been formed, in fact, towards the shore as well. And VNOM, they have a good position where they can do the zone keep strategies and get some finish points as well. But Sea Fox have to revive their teammates. So there's only 2 teams that are towards the shore. The rest all teams are actually really in a tough spot. LYCAN, probably the end of this team as well. LYCAN Gaming, only 2 first aid kits are left in their account. Side Fadriq. Okay. I mean, should have gone ahead with the heal battle. So actually he tried to get that finish point, but in the process he didn't have enough time to get that last first aid kit, and probably would have got a top 5. I think would have been eliminated in the 5th position, but now it was a #6 for them. Veen ESPORTS also getting eliminated. So we have 3 teams. VNOM ESPORTS, NEXUS ESPORTS, and then a TEC, out of which Man Advantage we have the two major teams having the man advantage, and then there's a solo player. But yeah, Maika, that is it for Maika. TEC, they have been eliminated. So 3v3 in the end circles. Zone forming towards VNOM Esports. Definitely their game to lose right here from now on. I mean, they don't have to do anything different. They will be waiting for their opponents to do something, probably make a mistake. Yeah, Seal Fox trudging from the sides, trying to do something different, get a knock right here, and if they do, they can break this particular defense of VNOM and probably expect something to happen. And as of right now, Seal Fox has a different angle and definitely can do something different right here. But talk to our look with the S12K trying to push, but oh, the nade didn't do much. Falcon getting knocked out. Slightly in a dangerous situation are VNOM, Seal Fox aggressing, and Team VNOM, can they pull this off? No, they cannot. Team Nexus with a brilliant chicken dinner, and they make sure that they get all those finish points as well. 11-13 finish points. It was definitely Team VNOM's match to lose, and in fact they actually lost it. Total of 6 finishes for them. Hashtag 2. And you have Team TEC with 4 finishes. Vane Esports without any finishes. LYCAN Esports with 7. Sai with a single finish. CS with 5, 7, 8 finishes. Who officials with 5 as well. CTK with 6. BLP with 3. Got officials with 2. CWG with 5. KHOYUM Esports. Next have not opened their account. DT with 4. MNX with a single finish. KS7 haven't opened the account as well. And yeah, COP Corp with 2 finishes, and then Stray Gods with a single finish. So this was the first match, guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the next match. Most probably I think it'll be in the map of Miramar, sorry. Yeah, so we'll be right back, guys. Thank you for joining. Okay, hello, welcome back, guys, welcome back. We are back with the second match of Northeast Pro Series qualifiers, and yes, we have the second match in the map of Sandhawk, flight path being from Docks towards Camp Alpha. Anyways, I mean, Sandhawk is a small map, so it's quite of a small size, so it's not going to be a big difficulty for teams to go towards the drop locations. But since it's a small map, you can expect a lot of fights to form, and in fact you already can see some drop clashes between TT Esports and Dream Team. They have suffered a casualty right in the start of this match. TT just kill, getting eliminated. Meanwhile, towards boot camp we also have some fights. Kill me, getting that finish point. Was that of KHOYUM Esports? No, it was of VNOM, I guess. Yes, VNOM SRABS has been thirsted, has been eliminated. Another player in some difficulty right here. VNOM. Actually, the last match they got a chicken dinner, and right after that, the first match or the next match after that, they are, two down in the early stages of the match. Not an ideal scenario at all for team VNOM. In fact, the last two players, they will want to get a fall back to their name, but right now Tom Bung is a low man surviving right here because his teammate is nowhere to give any sort of cover fire. SRROG will have to probably, think about surviving and not fight in this particular match. I mean, it's Sandhawk, so I definitely can grab a few first aid kits and then have a heal battle to his name. Let us see how that goes. Meanwhile, MN Esports, they have been reduced down to a single player, and quite a panic situation actually. Money had absolutely no clue what to do. There was a player actually closing in front of him, and then towards his back as well there was another team. So getting reduced down and have been eliminated as well, have Team MN Esports. Meanwhile, there's a team that is closing in, got defense against Team CTK. TC Divine slightly caught up. I mean, you see three players are towards the back, and yes, Divine was in a quite awkward scenario. In fact, Naroim with a nice retaliation. Can they do it? EMC Mommy quite low on HP, but God OP with that knock, but Mommy getting taken down. We have players left from both the teams. S Bunny with the pre-fire, Naorim suddenly is the lone player surviving from Team CTK. And in fact, there's another team in the mix as well, TEC with the third party. This will make things more and more difficult for both these teams. And yes, that is it. Got defense. They have been eliminated from this match. CTK Naorim is the lone player surviving right now for Team CTK. Meanwhile, there's another team in the mix as well. LYCAN Esports, quite close to this area. And do they have an idea? Yes, they do. Naorim getting picked out as well, and Team CTK closely following God Defense towards the lobby. And we have 16 teams right now, so a total of 3 teams getting eliminated early in this particular match. There are some teams as well who have single players surviving. But I mean, it's just this first stage of the match and already we have seen so many fights. So we can certainly expect a lot more action to build up towards the end circles. Well, the first circle moving towards the northwestern side towards Camp Alpha, and you know this particular circle is quite deadly for the team on that hill. And SYE, they have occupied this hill, in fact, Shinyen Esports, and if the particular zone favors them, then they will have a really good advantage moving in towards end circles. Slot 19, okay. Stray Gods. Quite an early exit for them in the last match. We have to wait and see, will they have some change in fortunes in this match, or will it continue for them like it did in the last match? Meanwhile, there's a team quite nearby. Probably they will not be aware of this team, but the area that they're going towards, there's got officials, so they might have to fight against this team. Meanwhile, LYCAN Esports battling it out against TEC, and Micah and Cloudy have been eliminated. Have had to face two casualties right here that had TEC. In fact, they are quite splitted out, so probably that was the reason for their downfall. Let us wait and watch how the remaining two players regroup and then move towards the circle. And I think towards Painan, the particular fight has initiated. Yes, TT blessed with the knock, but Neveno, brilliant cover fire, but couldn't save his teammate, and in fact is the lone player surviving as of right now. But even so, got some retaliation for his team. TT Bless somehow still surviving with the last HP and getting that revival. So it's a 1v3 for Team DT, Dream Team. Can they get this particular squad wipe to their name? That's the biggest question. It's going to be difficult. But Nevin probably will fall back, because the circle is going to deal a lot of damage from this particular stage. Meanwhile, who officials also engaging themselves in a fight. There's also Stray slightly in a tricky scenario right here. Kill Me taking down Stray Slash. Heaven also will get knocked out. No, Heaven. Nice. Spray collaborating with Clab, and in fact got officials, they have one player down right now, but the rest of the players are closing in, and Heaven has absolutely no HP left, and most probably this will be it for Stray Gods. That is it. Yes, God officials, they lost one of the players, but they still have 3 surviving. And since they're inside the circle, not a lot of teams are around them. Won't be the biggest difficulty for them. But Shinyen Esports probably beginning to estimate the amount of potential they have towards winning this match. But, since they have that higher ground advantage, they can bend down some players towards the lower ground. And they're doing exactly that against Team CWG. Naruto, absolutely no chance of revival, has been eliminated from this match. Probably was a surprise for Naruto. I think he had absolutely no clue that there was a team towards the hill area. And, I mean, whenever there's a zone that forms towards Camp Alpha, you have to be quite wary of the hill, because there definitely will be a team that will eye to hold that hill, and probably not good enough intel from CWG. Okay, KS7 also getting into the circle. from the southern side. Oh, officials. They have been reduced down to 2 players. And I think they will be aiming to get a... Wait a second. There are 2 other players as well from a different team. Team Nexus. Definitely not an ideal scenario, isn't it? I mean, they don't even have any first aid kits. Extra first aid kits, in fact. If they would want to actually stay towards the end circles in this area, they would want some more first aid kits. Who Dirty has 5, but that certainly isn't enough. Dr. Alok has only 2. Not sure if any of the team, Team Nexus or Team Who officials will actually be successfully going out of this area. Even if one team gets out, the other team will have to have a heal battle. It's not possible for them to go inside the circle. They still are not going inside the circle, which is quite interesting. But finally, spotting a player that they were searching for so long. Have Who officials meanwhile let us go towards TT. Entering into the zone, they have been treated with a big barrage of bullets and resulting in knocking out of 2 of their teammates. DT Bless is a lone player surviving. Most probably will be falling back, maybe getting a flank angle. Okay, hasn't yet fallen back. Still wants to fight a 1v3 scenario against Vayne Esports. In fact, Team Vayne have spotted DT Bless. Has no throwables, so that is a big challenge on its own. And getting Saitama down, can this be a turnaround of events? Definitely can be. Another player getting knocked out as well. DT Bless with a nice 1v2 right here. Can he get the clutch? Can he get the big 1v3 to his name? Getting against S12K. EPS versus S12K and a brilliant 1v3. DT Bless. 3 finishes adding to their tally. Dream team would probably would have wanted a few of his teammates to still survive, but even so, that was a quite good clutch, I would say. Team LYCAN also, I think, eliminating a squad right here. Yes, they have 4 finishes, and meanwhile Nexus, Dr. Alok with a 1v2. You're seeing a lot of clutches in this particular match. We have to see how Dr. Alok actually gets into the circle. I don't think he will have any time to get into the circle. Might have to search for a first aid kits because it's a solo player surviving. Would want to get some heal battles right, but not sure if he'll find any first aid kits right here. Anyway, the circle is actually getting formed towards the hill areas as itself, and SHINYEN Esports, now they will be feeling that they can actually get this particular chicken dinner because of the big high ground advantage that they have. And it is possible. They have already a finish point of Naruto, and some other teams also closing in towards their area. BLB Esports, they've occupied the southern or the compound just that's right below the hill. But Circle finally moving slightly against SHINYEN Esports and going towards KHOYUM. LYCAN also inside the circle. BLB, now they have to rotate into the circle, and in the way might have to contest against KS7 Esports, KS7 officials. This will be a 4v4, quite an interesting fight. I don't think BLB has any idea that there's a team behind them. have to see how they deal with this surprise attack, in case there is one. They still have some difficulties because while moving towards the zone, they might have to fight against Team LYCAN. KHOYUM and LYCAN, they're having some mid-range battles to their name. BLB deciding not to make a noise, because if they do, it is possible that few of the teammates might get knocked out, even get finished as well. And I to get the mid areas of the circle, and definitely the best seat in the house in this particular compound. But we have to wait and see, will all of their teammates actually be safe and sound moving into this area. Meanwhile, God officials battling it out. God Brian has been eliminated. I think that was a backstab, I think, from TEC. Yes, TEC Talus. Okay. It's quite an interesting rotation. Meanwhile, BLB battling it out. There's a rush against them. CWG. New players getting eliminated as well. We have only 2 players surviving. Okay, that was a smoke. I thought that was a nade, but yeah, off the vision, but not the ideal scenario that you would have wanted to be in. But yes, that is it for Team CWG. BLB with a nice squad vibe, getting 3 finishes to their name and occupying the mid areas of the circle, and definitely will fancy their chances to get to go all the way. Meanwhile, VNOM, you have the solo player from VNOM, I think has been eliminated. Not yet. SROG still surviving, but has to get into the circle in the next stage of the game. But KS7 have been reduced down to 3 players now. SHINYEN ESPORTS, they're still inside the circle. Unless, you know, SHINYEN, the circle doesn't move out of SHINYEN's zone, to SHINYEN's proximity, they will definitely have the upper hand in this match. But, you know, you have a feeling that there might be a shift towards BLB, because such circles don't usually favor the higher grounds. But yes, next Smokin will have to get revived as soon as possible. But Lizo getting a knock against KS7. Criminal is down. Now, since the zone is actually giving a lot of damage, KS7 will find a difficult time right here to survive. And I think ROG has been spotted. Yes, VNOM, that is it for them. This is the advantage that you have of a higher ground. LYCAN ESPORTS also getting into the circle, but as soon as they entered the circle, they were invited with a lot of bullets, getting eliminated as well. BLB Flamingo getting thirsted. While NEXUS, they are also having tough time right here. 2 players knocked out. Duetos and Moken, only the 2 players surviving. Okay, this probably wasn't expected, but say esports, they definitely have this particular chicken dinner in their hand, because you see the circle that has shifted, and quite a dramatic shift, I would say. Usually, you know, the circles that form right here, they don't, you know, hard shift towards the mountains, but this time rather it is favoring the mountains, and you can definitely see that SHINYEN will get this chicken dinner. BLB, one of the players getting knocked out by Wonderboy. Duetos getting eliminated as well. KHOYUM ESPORTS are still there, but one of the players are knocked out. And meanwhile, SHINYEN ESPORTS getting as many finishes as they can in this match. Oh, and Daisy slightly stuck. I don't think he'll be able to come out of this position. Oh, okay. Fatigue. Shinyan have to be careful right here. I mean, in the process of getting these finishes, they don't have to lose too many of their teammates. Not sure. Okay, probably not the ideal scenario that they would want to be in, but yeah, Shinyan Esports, a turn of events. I think it will be difficult for them to survive as of right now. Pain is still here, but has to go inside the circle. Meanwhile, BLB, they also don't have the circle. So this is quite interesting. I mean, Payne actually has a circle. If you can see, yes, he has a circle. But BLB actually have to get into the circle. But that is the end of the road for them right here. They have to do a heal battle in order to win this. But most probably this is not going to be into their favor. Payne having 6 first aid kits will definitely think that this is their game to win. Let us see what BLB will do. Let us see how many first aid kits they have. Astral actually trying to climb this particular buggy. Sherlock, in fact, panic. Oh, 21 first aid kits. This might be interesting. This might just go down to the wire. You never know. No, 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 no. It's an easy chicken dinner right here for Sai. Sai, there's still 30 seconds left. 17 first aid kits. Panic. Not sure about this. Not sure about this one. Might go either way. Wait, so this is not the last circle. In fact, there's a circle. Oh wait, this is the last circle, I think. Yeah, the next circle is a heal battle circle. So yeah, I mean, Panic still has 10 first aid kits, and the boost is still out to more than 60%. Slightly late with the timing, I think. No, not yet. Okay, yeah, this is the last stage. Yeah, that was it. I mean, for the last stage, you would want to have more than 60% or more than 75% of your boost. So that's what I was thinking. I mean, it looked like it was the last circle, but no, that was not the last circle. Anyway, Shinyen Esports, a huge turn of events. Somehow they get this chicken dinner, a total of 5 finishes, and you have BLP close second. In fact, they have more finishes than Shinyen Esports because the shift of the circle towards the end, quite a dramatic shift. A total of 7, 10, 11 finishes. Then you have got officials with 9, KHOYUM Esports with 2, NEXUS Esports with 2 as well, KS7 with 2, and you have Dream Team with 7 finishes, TEC with 4. So I think there's another NEXUS with 5, LYCAN 4 as well, VNOM with 2 finishes, CWG without any finishes, WHO official with 3 finishes, Wayne with 2, Stray without any finishes, Cop with a single finish, CTK with 2, and you have VMC or got Defense. They have 6 finishes, and then MN Esports without any finishes. So that was it for the second match of the qualifiers. So the next match will start in a while, so please stay tuned. Yeah, so next match will be in the map of Miramar, and the IDP time is mentioned as 9:12, so we still have a lot of time. So yeah, stay tuned guys, have a small break, and then we'll be right back for the third match. And yeah, thank you. Hello, 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 welcome back, welcome back. We are here with the third match of Northeast Pro Series Manipur region, the qualifiers, and it is in the map of Miramar. Flight path has been formed from Torre Humada towards Los Leones, and it's quite an eastern oriented flight path if you say so, but even so, covering most of quite a few of the hot drops, I would say. You have Torre Humada, San Martin, Hacienda, Minas Generales, El Azhar, Los Leones, Impala, Picardo. So these are the drop locations that can actually be accessible easily. But there are some quite favorite drop locations of teams. For example, El Pozo, maybe Montenova, Chumacera. So teams actually go towards these areas as well. So it'll be a struggle for any of teams that actually go towards these areas. So we have to wait and see how they avoid the fights in order to reach their location. Meanwhile, I think towards San Martin, there are multiple squads trying to get down. But none of the teams are actually going to the main buildings of San Martin. Slightly moving away, maybe trying to go towards La Cobereria or maybe El Pozo. But we have to wait and see. Towards Picardo, we have two squads, and out of that, there's a solo player. Dream team. They would definitely want to clear Picardo as soon as possible. Meanwhile, got Spidey with a knock. And towards San Martin, we have VNOM ESPORTS battling it out against GOT officials. And yeah, as soon as they got down, they found out that ROG was straying in the open areas. And they took him down. In fact, I don't think it is possible for a revival. GOT officials might just close in and get this finish point to their name. Some other teams also fighting. I just saw the kill feed. I think towards Chumacera, maybe, not sure. Yes, Stray Esports, Stray Gods, suffering a casualty. Shinyen Esports, they got a chicken dinner in the last match. It was quite a good one, in fact. Uh, Immediately in the second match, having an early fight as well against Stray Gods, they managed to get a finish point. But we have to wait and see how the rest of the fight actually goes on. ROG, yes, as I said, will not be survive. ABS slightly low on HP. Falcon is quite away from his away from the rest of his team, so this will be a big challenge for him. Firstly, has to regroup, and only then can VNOM actually do something. If there's a rush over them, it might be difficult at this particular point. I'm from Assam. Hello, hi Jitupan Deka. Hello, welcome to the stream. In fact, welcome to every single person who is viewing this stream. Thanks a lot for joining. Do comment and let us know what you think about who is going to win in this particular match. Meanwhile, Team LYCAN. Okay, there is an imposter amongst the players of Team LYCAN. I don't think they have an idea about this player. Might be a surprise attack, in fact. Meanwhile, OG Sahad getting taken down, getting eliminated. It was a solo player that had landed at Picardo. And DT Esports, Dream Team, got that finish point, clearing Picardo. Definitely get a lot of loot from here too. We'll need all of the loot in the end circles. They have to get into the circle as well, because the first circle having a northern favor of the map, and in fact you have got defense. They have absolutely no one around them. Definitely a good scenario to be in, but since it's the early stages, it's difficult to say what exactly can happen. But when you have a head start, definitely will help you towards end circles. Meanwhile, Dr. Arlok getting a knock. Let us go towards. I think it's LYCAN. Yes, LYCAN Gaming. LYCAN. Suddenly, they have a single player surviving. That is 0 kill. And as I said, they had 4 players. Did Team LYCAN? Okay, no, they have 2 players, but Omar has absolutely no HP left. So all the responsibility on Bro. And he gets 3 players back to back. What was that? Oh my god. Oh, sheesh. That wasn't meant to be, but was the deadliest drop shot that I've ever seen in my life. And that was absolutely amazing. Hats off to Lycan X Bro. 0 kill. My god. What was that? Nexus would have been thinking about what exactly happened right here. I mean, Grow probably teammates maybe still giving some inputs कि आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो हमने तो रश कर दिया आप यही लूट के इंतज़ार कर रहे हो but not sure what to actually comment on this but that was amazing. That was really amazing. Kudos to 0 kill. You don't really usually see such kind of a clutch happening, and it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity that you can get such clutches. I mean, he had absolutely no choice. I mean, no chance. In fact, he was looking at some other area. If you rewind and see that clutch, his crosshair was not even towards the enemies. It was towards the wall, and then he suddenly shifted it to the door, and then gave a drop shot, and somehow all the bullets actually connected, and you have a 1v3 for in front of you. It was as simple as that, but definitely not as easy as it may sound. And like an ex Omar getting some healings as well because he had absolutely no HP. Meanwhile, Nexus grows still surviving. Let us see, will this be a surprise attack from Nexus Grow? I don't think they have an idea. Maybe they have some knowledge that yes, there might be someone here, but the position, probably they have no clue. Yeah, that is it. Nexus getting eliminated. In fact, it's a 1v4. Yeah, definitely deserved it. That 0 kill bro. Might have to change the name after this match as well. Anyway, 18 teams still surviving, and we haven't seen as many fights as we actually saw in the last 2 matches towards the first stages of the match. Cortex still battling it out against TT. Meanwhile, you have, I think, 2 players that have been eliminated from Dream Team. But Just Kill. Jutkill, okay. Jutkill with the Nog. Good one. Getting the retaliation right. That nade might just do some damage. No, God Destiny somehow still surviving. But this nade might do some damage. Yes, definitely did damage. Ding ding dong. But didn't knock that particular player. In fact, have been reduced down to 2 players of Dream Team. TT had a chance to rush. still waiting for a good opportunity. I don't think they would have got a better opportunity to rush when they had knocked that particular player. Now the knock player will also get a revival, which will make things even more difficult for them. Let us see how things goes there. Meanwhile, VMC have a solo player surviving. That is K, battling it out, a 1v3 scenario against BLB, and there's a third party from KHOYUM Esports. Might just make things easier for VMCK. Just wait and watch how BLB actually deal with the scenario. DPS. Nice accuracy from VMC, sorry, Panic. In fact, getting that knock. Dozer has to get the revival right. But KHM, KHOYUM Esports, they have the man advantage, but how will they go against the nade? Because back to back you have two players getting taken down because of the nade, and another nade making sure that Asmodee also gets knocked out. And all of a sudden KHOYUM Esports have been reduced down to a single player. And oh, what were you doing, Malcolm? What was that? Probably thought no one was looking at him. It's like the meme that you see. No, nobody will know. But they did know that. Team BLB. Yes, getting the 4 finishes. It was definitely a good scenario for a third party, but I think they were actually caught up with staying together, and because of nades, I mean, once 2 of your teammates get knocked out, it will be difficult for you to control your opponents, and that's what happened with team KHOYUM Esports. And the fourth player had absolutely no angle to give a cover fire as well, since their opponents BLB were actually using nades and they were not actually coming out. So kudos to BLB as well for that. We've already seen a lot of good squad vibes in this match, and I mean, there are 51 players, so you can only say that things are going to go up a notch from here. Okay, next circle might get formed towards Cruz del Val, maybe. There's a hard shift. Hacienda can also be preferred by the zone. If it's a Hacienda shift, I mean, that will be a really good one. I mean, there are a lot of teams towards the southern area of the circle. So, shift towards Hacienda would mean that the southern teams will have an upper hand. The teams towards the north, they would want to get into the circle then. But we have to wait and watch which is the right area that the circle will prefer. So right now a lot of rotations can be seen, but none of the teams are actually battling it out. But Got X still with the 3v2 scenario against DT, and none of the teams are actually giving it out. Waiting for the right opportunity. In fact, Chatkill has already flanked, and because of that big ridge, it is not possible to get any angles right. Probably otherwise would have got a knock at least, but okay. Not an ideal scenario. Team Sai, not sure what they're doing here, but yeah, one of the players have been knocked out, but Chatkill couldn't handle the second player. Daisy getting taken down, taking down Chatkill. Fatrik maybe might get the revival right here. So Ding Ding Dong will have no contributions here. Will have to get into the circle right now. And court officials, they are waiting while the circle forming towards the eastern side. And yes, you have KS7 inside the circle. BLB also entering into the circle. Navinho with the knock. Let us move towards this team Cop. Fight out against Team God Defense. God OP is down, but you still have 2 more players. But look at your backs, because God Defense, they have now only a single player surviving, and this player has absolutely no chance but to go for a fallback, initiate a fallback, and that's what is being done. God Defense. It's a survival mode right now. I mean, they have no finishes, so quite a daunting task for them. I mean, they have to get some finishes and also survive till the end. Definitely not easy. Not sure what CHAKPA is trying to do. Maybe a really long rotation to get into the circle, but will he get enough time? That is the question. Let us see what exactly happens. Anyway, towards the zone. Outside the zone, you have few teams still waiting for a good opportunity. That is who officials initiating a zone keep scenario against MN Esports. In fact, Who Dirty is still inside the circle. In fact, outside the zone, trying to gatekeep, these players. But yes, finally spotting out MNX Gudu. Let's see, will he get that knock? Langkamba, quite low on HP. Somehow MNX Kudu has actually moved out of this place, but anyways, Preetham with a 1v1. That high. I think Preetham slightly late in getting that knock, getting the first bullet down, and that made the difference. In fact, two players getting knocked out from MNX, and now Langamba, as a lone player surviving, has absolutely no first aid kits in his bag, which will be a difficult task. I don't think who officials will waste any of their time right here anymore. They would want to go inside the circle, because the circle has formed towards the northwestern side. Quite a long rotation that they have to execute, and it's not going to be easy for them anyway. One good thing is they don't have to fight outside the circle. So if they want to get into the circle, they have to fight with the team inside the circle. So they have ample amount of time. But will they get that fight right to their name? That's the biggest question. You have a lot of teams that have 4 players still surviving, and I mean 41 teams in this, 41 players in this small of a circle. A lot of action is still pending for us to see. Okay, CTK with the rush against LYCAN. They haven't knocked anyone, but even so, they're trying to push. And now Rem getting knocked out by a 0-kill bro. We'd initially seen a brilliant 1v4 by a 0-kill bro. So now they have to deal against Team CTK. And getting another knock. That is it for Team CTK. And 2 more finishes to their tally. In fact, make that 3, total of 7 finishes. Team LYCAN, they are on fire. They have only 2 players, but even after that, they are increasing the difficulties of their opponents. Meanwhile, God, I think they've eliminated a team as well. Total 4 finish points. Next move getting eliminated. So it was a make or break at this point. A lot of teams will be eliminated at this stage. CWG, also one of the players, have been knocked. I think Ting Ting Dong from Team TT trying to rotate into the circle. And since he's a solo player, he has no one to actually give cover fire or provide cover fire to him. So we'll have to fight with an entire squad, which is not the situation that you would want to be in. Okay, 10 teams left in this match. Team LYCAN, or in fact it's Team KS7, now initiating a fight against Team Who officials. They've got a knock again of Tarthoy. Want to have a fight against other players as well. But Team Who officials, they have only 2 players left. And in fact, to get into the circle, they might have to fight with multiple teams. Going to be difficult for them. KS7 now fighting against BLB, but what? Pastoral had absolutely no clue that there was a vehicle closing in on him. In fact, BLB, they have been eliminated. WHO Echo also getting knocked out, and who they have a single player surviving, but Joy Bot getting knocked out. 2 players back to back. Halwa Zeus also getting taken down. There's no nothing short of, quite a lot of action, in fact, if I have to say. And in a short span of time, three teams have actually been eliminated. But we still have 7 teams, 20 players. But Zone, LYCAN, they have a compound that is inside the zone. And if things go right, okay, Halwa Zeus trying to get that finish point, trying to thirst that player, and in the process, getting knocked out. Bot couldn't get any connections. KS7 Criminal with a nice knock and a finish point as well. Team Cop being reduced down to only 2 players, but what a nade! KS7, a solo player surviving for their team. Saitama slightly towards the edge of the circle. VNOM, meanwhile, they also have a single player surviving who has entered the circle. Got Destiny getting eliminated. LYCAN and Who officials. Okay, I don't think Farium position is revealed, so be interesting how LYCAN actually deals with them, or deals with that player. But CWG, they have 4 players still surviving, and quite close to the circle actually. But since it is an open circle, they'll have a tough time getting into the circle now. But Team LYCAN, they are the farthest from the circle, so It's a make or break scenario for them. Let us see how they actually deal with this. But Saitama with a nade, taking down Nevino. Like a normal getting knocked out. Farium finally end the action. Now it's a 1v1 for Zero Kill Bro against Farium. They have no time. They have absolutely no time. Team LYCAN. It's a make or break scenario for them right now. A 1v1 and Farium finally putting the brakes to the chances of Team LYCAN. And yeah, Naveen also getting eliminated. So we have only 3 teams, and out of which CWG will be having the last laugh. Quite an easy chicken dinner for them right here. They didn't have to fight much, but on-point rotations, and that is what you want in a match ultimately. That you don't want to fight too much, survive till the end, get that chicken dinner. Yeah, we spotted Falcon as well. That is it for Falcon. So yeah, Farium last 2 first aid kits will pop in those, and that will not be enough for officials to get the chicken dinner, but they will still be happy, I think. At one point they would have reached top 2 anyway. But yeah, Farium, that is it. CWG with the chicken dinner, and they have, I think, total of 4 finishes. At the second position you have Who officials with 7, VNOM with 6, COP with 7 as well, LYCAN esports with 8 finishes, KS7 with 7 and 9 finishes, Gotex with 5, MNX without any finishes, BLB they have 8, TEC with 2, Dream Team with 2 as well, got Defense, in fact they haven't opened their account, SYE with 7, and NEXUS without any finishes, Vane with a single finish, CTK no finishes, Stray Gods with a single finish, KHOYUM esports also with a single finish, NEXUS with 2, and yeah, that is it for this match. So there's one last match remaining. I think will be in the match of, yeah, Irangle match itself at 10:22. So we have a lot of time left. So let us see. Let's have a break, and we'll be right back, guys. Thank you for joining. Chalo. Flight path has also been formed from Noe towards 70. And this is also a northeastern flight path. But anyways, covering few of the major drop locations, you have Noe, Pochinki, Milta Power, Rozok, School, Severny, Yasnaya. So all these areas are actually being covered. But this time, uh, compared to the first match of Erangel, Georgopol is not nearby. So all the teams that actually aim to go towards Georgopol, they will have to search for vehicles, and in that process, you can expect a lot of fights as well. Anyways, let us see which are the teams that will change their drop locations. But the zone has something else to tell. The flight path is towards the northeastern side, and the first circle that has been formed, is towards the southwestern side. Two extremes, I would say. Meanwhile, Kratos getting the first draw of this match. The first blood has been drawn. But Stray Heaven, this is a very bad scenario to be in. Absolutely hopeless is Stray Heaven. Hopeless and helpless. In fact, Stray Slash is also in the same scenario. I don't think anyone has spotted Stray Slash. But yeah, this is not the start that they would have wanted. But are they actually leaving this? Okay, I thought for an instance I thought maybe they would be leaving this player, but no, they got their finish point. Anyway, some other drop clashes towards Georgopol as well, and interestingly, maybe since northern Georgopol was quite nearby, you see three teams trying to occupy the services of northern Georgopol, and in that there are two teams already fighting against each other. Oh, okay, I thought there was a third team, but no, there are only two teams right here. Team LYCAN and then Team COP. Then Hinno trying to get a knock, but I think these players are quite far away from the danger zone. Oh, LYCAN Gaming with the knock, getting one knock, and with the finish point as well. Team COP actually were in a better position right there, but I'm not sure why that player actually went out. It was absolutely not necessary, and that led to the elimination as well. But Navino also getting knocked out. So all of a sudden you have Team COP that have been straight away put towards the back foot, and in this particular compound, as a single player, and LYCAN Gaming getting another finish point as well. And this is the lone player surviving, that is Joybot. Quite a big turn of events, I would say. I mean, LYCAN Gaming, they weren't in the upper hand. Team COP, they had three players together, and they could have actually pushed against Team LYCAN. But somehow, out of the blue, Team LYCAN, they just regrouped out of nowhere. And yeah, they got three finishes, but Joybot has no other choice but to fall back. Meanwhile, some other fights getting initiated as well. Team NEXUS. This is against SYE, I think, yes? Yes, three players getting eliminated from Team SYE. SHINYEN ESPORTS. They actually have a chicken dinner. I mean, in the second match, they got a chicken dinner, but after that, the last match wasn't as good as them, as good for them, and this match also getting almost eliminated in the first zone itself. But I think they would want to, I mean, with that chicken dinner, they would definitely ride their chances to get qualified, but maybe, would want to survive till the end. But Saitama, with a nice knock, has to take care of the proceedings right here, but since it was a 1v3, definitely not an easy scenario. Team Nexus getting that first finish point, first draw. In fact, the second finish point of Team KS7. Meanwhile, Naruto getting picked off. So you have teams fighting against each other towards Novorapnoyo as well. And yes, amongst that VMC, they had a player getting knocked, but after that, showing some retaliation. They have knocked two players of Team CWG and instantly with a push as well. Naruto has been revived, but I don't think it is a good scenario to be in for Team CWG. Leo might also get knocked out right here. Yes, Leo getting knocked out. Naruto quite late on his toes. And we have a lone player surviving, Kid Z's from Team CWG. It's a 1v4 scenario in front of this player. Oh, it is a tough task, tough ask. Even to fall back. I mean, even if he falls back, there's another player waiting for him. Sherlock. Wait a second. I don't think Sherlock knows that there was a player. But now Sherlock knows that. But before that, CWG, chances are looking bleak for them. Yeah, Vane CG has spotted Kidsies. Definitely will get this finish point to his favor. But since there's another team, I think focus of Team Vane might have just shifted towards PLP. But even so, they get that finish point. But Sherlock, getting spotted towards the open areas, has been knocked out and been instantly eliminated. Panic. This is a good choice. Not sure about that. Treading towards the open areas. And his teammates have no angles to even provide any cover fire. So might not be the most ideal scenario to be in. Anyways, let us move on towards MN Esports, where another match that has not gone the way of MN Esports. They have been eliminated again, yet again. And in fact, all the 4 matches MN Esports, they couldn't manage to perform to their potential. CTK getting to 4 crucial finish points and boosting their confidence, moving towards the next stages of the match. Be a big head start to their journey in this match. And let us see. I mean, they have to get into the circle, and in fact, this is a southern circle, a southern island circle. And Cortex, will they actually go towards the bridge? Is the biggest question. Meanwhile, Sai had a knock, but instantly after that, Nex taking the last player from Sai as well. Total of 4 finish points here too. But interestingly, you don't have any players or any teams towards the bridge of the Pochinki side. All the players are actually treading towards the Melta bridge, and in fact you can see a lot of clusters towards the eastern side of the map. VNOM, as of right now, I think they are also trying to get into the circle, but they have KS7 that have put some brakes, I would say. Slightly hindered their rotation right here, and they had to wait a bit. We have to see how they actually proceed further with this particular scenario. I mean, it's all about the patience that you show in these kind of scenarios. The one that actually shows the most patience usually wins. but you also need to have the skill, to get some knocks at the right moments of the match. And if you don't, it'll be quite difficult for you then. KHOYUM Esports also taking a fight against CTK. CTK now Rim has been knocked out. Probably might just get eliminated. CTK, they need a helping hand right here, but no. Not sure why they actually stopped the vehicle, but because of that, they have two players getting knocked out as well after, you know, the first player getting knocked out and Hira being the lone player surviving. It is definitely a 1v4, I think, if I'm not wrong. Oh, no, it's a 1v2. Oh, that was a, I think, headshot being connected right there. That's why the HP actually reduced so much. But anyways, I'm still surviving as Hira. Probably will not be able to get the revivals right of the teammates. Yeah, next life will get eliminated. In fact, there's another team, that is Team Dream Team, who also entered the proximity of this fight, and Team LYCAN as well. How many teams are outside the circle, and all the action towards the eastern side of the map? Maybe all these teams would have predicted that not a lot of teams would be towards the eastern side, but you know, ironically, there are more teams towards the eastern side of the map than the western side. And in fact, our Dream Team getting another finish point to their ranks, total of 4 finishes. VNOM also engaging themselves in a fight. LYCAN has been knocked out. This is so funny. I mean, LYCAN, they were actually just going into the circle. They were going through the rotation right here. They had absolutely no clue that there would be even any team right here. But I mean, unfortunately, they had to go through two casualties, and not yet gone inside the circle. So we have to wait and see. Probably they would want to get some retaliation right here. Less getting knocked out. Not an ideal scenario for DT Bless. Let us see how the teammates actually initiate the rotation. I mean, rotations, yeah, the revivals. Be a tough task, definitely. Oh, Just Kill also was about to get knocked. Somehow is still surviving. Somehow they are grabbing the ledge and hoping that it doesn't break down. But anything can actually happen right here. It is a make or break scenario for both these teams. They either can actually eliminate their opponent, or they might get eliminated themselves. But I think Team DT, they would want to fall back. But Tank Thor getting knocked out. I think that was a flank angle from one of the players of Team DT, Gwen Chana. Yes, with the flank angle, has knocked out Tank Thor, and that means Omar is the lone person surviving and definitely will initiate the fallback. There's another team as well. So many teams towards this side of the map. Not sure why, but yeah, Team NEC as well. But by that time, Team DT had already initiated the rotations, or else probably they would have taken another fight. But Team CTK, they have a solo player, Hira, and in front of Hira, it is a 1v3, and 1-8 is enough to eliminate this player. Team Next getting another finish point to their ranks, increasing their chances of getting a chicken dinner, proving their confidence in the process. Meanwhile, KSM Asmodeus finishing off the squad of LYCAN. So total of 13 teams still surviving in this match, and the circle, as you can see, has moved to the village. And next, quite a remarkable position they hold right now. Usually, I mean, you would want to see how many players are around. So this is probably the best scouting spot in the circle that has been formed right now. You can control the bridge as well from here in case there are some multiple teams that are trying to push here or trying to go through the bridge. You know, they can have a 2-2 split or a 3-1 split, and then I mean they have only 3 players, so it's a 2v2+1 split anyway. So let us see what they actually do. In fact, I think one player is going towards that area. As I said, next Lucario. Comparatively towards the mainland, compared to the mainland, actually there are a lot of players in the southern islands. And since the initial shift was towards the southern islands, many players might just have an assumption that the zone will shift towards the southern islands itself, and because of that there are a lot of teams towards the southern side. And in fact, फिलहाल के लिए Seal Fox got a finish point, and right after that the teammates are not actually happy. They want to eliminate this particular player, and yes, CTK changer with the knock. Seal Fox getting eliminated. Meanwhile, WHO, who battling it out as well against PLB. Okay. Fortunately, not a lot of action between this. Yeah. So VMC right now, they are fighting against God Defense. And I think it's a 1v1 that is left. I mean, there are 2 players from Vane still surviving. From God Defense, I think there's a single player surviving, and quite a nice shot taken by X Bunny. But Vane CJ, where's the backup? There's another player, Voids. But I don't think any backup can be provided from this area. X Bunny has to take care of all the proceedings. It's definitely a 1v2 here. They have to get into the circle as well. Vane CJ, what have you done? It wasn't meant to be. It was a simple 1v2 right there. Probably they have been more aggressive. I mean, they will look back at this and probably think we could have pushed at this player. They had all the angles to themselves, but Vane was a major setback, a major mistake. Let's go towards the bridge, because multiple teams that are closing in towards the bridge area. Team TT going head to head against Team NEXUS, where they were initially holding this position, but now they have been reduced down to a single player need, and that is it for Team NEXUS as well. Dream team, they are definitely going like a dream. A total of 8 finishes. They still have another player, another team in front of them. Got officials. with whom they will have to fight and eliminate them. But God, Destiny had been spotted. And in fact, Spidey has also been spotted. Brian also probably will get spotted. Definitely has got spotted. And somehow, in a huge turn of events, court officials, they have a single player surviving right now. And I think this player is also spotted out. And that is it. 4 more finishes to the ranks of Team DT. The last match, they are making every particular moment count. In fact, 11 finishes. Maybe there was a finish point that might have been taken by some other team. So steal, I guess. But 8 teams and circle, you see it's towards BLB. Having the upper hand right here. Oh, that was a nice nade. Somehow Clav is still surviving. But you see this time Stray, they have a good angle that has been formed. But only 2 players, so might not pose that big of a threat for Team DT. But since there are some other teams towards the flanks, that might be a big issue for Team DT as well. So let us see. I mean, they're inside the circle. Might not be as difficult as it seems, but while Stray Clav quite low on HP, and in front of him is a 1v4. Somehow just kill. Once all this chaos, he has been taken down. Stray Slash also been eliminated. Stray Clav, that is it for him as well. So we have 5 teams, out of which BLB clearly having the upper hand. But there's one team trying to push in. TEC. He just pushed in towards VNOM. And somehow ABS is still surviving, but might not actually survive by this nade. But the nade from ABS was more effective compared to the one from TEC. And another nade taking down Clowny as well. TEC, that was a big mistake from their side. And another nade making sure that they get eliminated. But meanwhile, TT also, they have 1 player knocked out of the 3 players that are surviving. We may not have that many issues right now, but you know, they have to go through the open areas and get into the circle, which is definitely a big challenge for them. Micah also getting eliminated, and that is it for TEC, who have also been kicked out of this match. So only a total of 4 teams, 10 players, and BLP certainly will favor the chances of a likely get the chicken dinner right here. Closely followed by DT, who have 3 players still, but have to see what kind of position that they actually get themselves into. Hasn't actually still spotted who that Hoy. Echo with that knock. DT Bless, quite a brilliant knock with that. Team Who officials have been reduced down to a single player, but Gwen Shana also getting knocked out somehow out of the blue. The Team Who officials are still in this game, and might just actually knock out Infernal as well, but no. Okay, I mean right here there are 4 teams, out of which the 2 teams are battling against each other and the other 2 teams are battling against each other. So more so it is about who wins in the fight of BLB and VNOM. And in case VNOM actually gets 1 or 2 knocks, then might be difficult for BLB right here. Yes, Infernal getting knocked out, and now Bless is the lone player surviving. Not at all easy. Yes, BLB definitely will be a very easy chicken dinner for them. In case they don't do any mistakes right here, they need to maintain their composure, do everything right. I don't think VNOM has any throwables left. Yeah, that is also a big challenge for them. No throwables at all. Oh, ABS getting knocked out. And this is just a boon in disguise for Team BLB. This is making things even more easier for them. But BLB, they probably spotted. No, no, no. This is probably the biggest blunder they would have committed in case they get knocked out right here. BLB. But because Tom Bung is still, initiated the heel battle, they are still surviving but getting knocked out. Astral. Oh, BLB somehow have managed themselves to not get a heartbreak right here. In case even slight amount of HP would have been left with VNOM, I mean, they would have definitely been eliminated from this match. But yeah, BLB, I think you can safely say that the smokes are the actual weapons that saved them. Meanwhile, Huta Toy eliminating TT. So it's a 1v2 scenario. Zone is not favoring anyone as of right now. Slightly more towards who officials, I would say. But yeah, BLB is still having a lot of smokes. And trying to make a smoke path so that they can get into the circle. But biggest challenge for them is they don't have cover. But why do you need cover when you have reflexes like that? That is it for who officials and BLB. Surviving from a heartbreak and getting 4 finishes. You have who officials with 8 finishes, TT with 7, 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 3, 14 finishes. And you have VNOM with 8, TEC with 3, Stray with 2, got Defense with 6 finishes, KHM with 2 finishes, Cortex officials without any finishes, Nex with 7, then you have VMC, the Vane ESPORTS with 7, Nexus with 4, Cop without any finishes, LYCAN with 3, CTK with 5, KS7, SYE Sai also having no finishes, MN Esports with 1, and then you have CWG, and yeah, they have no finishes. So yeah, this were the 4 matches of today. Northeast Pro Series qualifiers of the Manipur region. We'll be back again tomorrow with the next set of matches. So until then, take care, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. Time to buy a new iPad. Omen, if you sponsor it, then I'll definitely take a new iPad. But until that, I'll be using this iPad itself. I mean, it's not like it's only my device. There are a lot of devices that actually, crash in the middle of the match. And in fact, I'm actually using a cooler right now. A cooler to the iPad, the phone coolers that you get. But even after that, in spite of that, it's getting crashed. I mean, the game is also built that way. I cannot do anything about it. Anyways, let us hope for the best. I don't have budget to buy an iPad now. I've already bought a laptop. I'll have to stream with that now. So let's see what happens. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot for joining. If you haven't liked it, please do what? Please do like the stream. Chalo, milte guys. Thank you.